Black shirt, that is Sundance DiGiovanni, our CEO. He's going to be joining us for this one. Final boss needing just one more game to win back-to-back championships as we head into Game 3. Oddball on Guardian. Triggers down. They need this game to stay alive here. And Final boss, they're going to look to end this one strong, Sundance. They have won 11 of their last 15 games and 5 games in a row.
It's insane. You think about it, you thought they might be tired, but they definitely stepped it up. I think that series against Dynasty, all the smack talk really got their juices going. You saw Fear really get into it. And I'll tell you what, Pistola is having the series of his career, honestly, really keeping his team in a position where they can close this out with 3 straight games right here.
Definitely an MVP performance today from Pistola. I don't know how he's done throughout the rest of the tournament, but tonight he is really impressing folks.
And the thing that's actually surprised me is we see Neighbor has returned to his down and dejected way once again. We haven't seen that yet this season, and this is the first tournament this year I've seen it.
Final boss is doing a great job of shutting him down from what I've seen so far, but right away you see Triggers down getting that first oddball, and they're setting up on blue room, Scott.
And that's what you're wanting to do. You never want to go snipe setup against Final boss. They get so many points from it.
I think that, you know, Gandhi, we heard about it earlier when we were watching them against Dynasty. You know, I think TD was even talking about having to be prepared for this game type, should it come up. And you know what, the thing about it is right now, Final boss, they can play loose. They can play free. They can just wait to get the ball into that setup, knowing that they're going to get big chunks of time.
Yep, and that's what they're going to look to do. Right now, they can take their time. And they're not worried about this game type, really. They know they have this in the bag as long as they get it to Sniper.
And you got to give props here to Triggers down to start the game. They have 32 seconds within the first 1:30 on the clock here. Great job by TD to just take it back to blue room, and then once they're there, not really worry about the sniper, not worry about getting Final boss off that snipe tower. Let them stay there. We'll just collect time.
And that's one of the flaws with Final boss. If you're gonna have to pick out a flaw, they love the power weapons. I mean, everyone does, but there comes a time when the objective is more important.
We're going to switch over to Hysteria. Remember, the camo going to be coming up every 2 minutes on this map. Hysteria looks to be setting up for that second one. And he's got a battle in front of him. Best man making his way to top snipe to help provide some cover fire. And Neighbor looks like he's going after the oddball. Very objective-minded as Triggers down to start this game.
Yeah, and Hysteria should have been paying attention right there to the camo. He should have just sat up on the ledge because that camo is very important.
Seen a lot of miscues out of Triggers down the last couple of games. Seen Neighbor make a few questionable decisions just in terms of his route running. You know, they really need to get as much time here early as possible because you know Final boss is going to come back and try and chip away. But also just for the mental aspect, they're down 2. They need to get a nice buffer here so that they have something to work with. Otherwise, again, they're going to get desperate, and you never want to have to play in desperation.
Right now you are watching as Fear itself from Final boss has grabbed the camo. His team trailing by 55 seconds, but like we said, it's early in the game. Pistola going to steal his sniper rifle, but all Final boss converging on the snipe tower. And Scott, this is exactly what Final boss wants. They need to set up here on snipe.
Yeah, now watch Fear itself. Just walk up here, put shots and tots, and then grab this ball and get it down into green as quickly as possible.
Great job by Best Man to get a shot off. Fear itself with a slight fumble. Couldn't grab the oddball on his way back to the snipe tower, but nice cover fire once again from Victory X. He and Ogre 2 have really impressed me in this tournament, laying down cover fire, allowing their teammates to stay alive.
You guys were talking about it in the earlier series against Dynasty about every time somebody's being finished off by Fear itself, it seems like there are bullets flying from across the map. Team shots impeccable, communication's great. It seems like Mazic's doing a fantastic job with the timing as well.
Yeah, he fits in real nicely on this team, doesn't he? Looking good with that Final boss hat. All right, here we go, 55 seconds to 15. Final boss finally getting a few seconds, but once again, Neighbor and friends breaking the Final boss setup, stealing the oddball, and just taking it away from the Final boss spawns.
I'm very surprised Triggers down is rebounding this well right now, Chris. After losing the first series and being down 2-0 in the last series, I don't even know if I could bounce back from that.
And this would be huge for them. If they win this game type, that is going to give them a lot of confidence. They know that they can win. They just have to put an end to Final boss's run and steal their momentum.
Well, we've seen it's been all about momentum, as you said, Chris. Earlier today, Final boss fighting their way back, and you know, Triggers down yesterday were world beaters, but right now they just need to get some of that edge back and start playing the way they were yesterday.
Fear itself taking the ball back to snipe tower here for Final boss as Victory X is set up in green. Ogre 2 on the flank, back at blue, and Pistola on your screen. He's making his way top snipe tower. Great grenade's going to take down Pistola as Neighbor picks up a big double. And now we're going to switch over. All 4 dead for Final boss. Let's go check out TD as Hysteria has that camo once again.
And Final Bosses just can't get set up right now. Triggers Down doing an excellent job keeping the ball out of their hands.
Hysteria's got about another 25 seconds left on this camo, and he's also got a Mauler. Taking heavy shots here, though. He's putting himself in dangerous positions as the ball is going to go down on elbow. Great grenade from Ogre, too. Just too much as Final Boss. TD unable to set up, but check out the play balls. Every single time Final Boss pushes in, TD is making sure that they're making sure that the ball goes right back to the top.
And that's exactly what you want. Anything to keep the ball out of the hands of the other team. If that extra 3 seconds is so important.
About 100 seconds to 30 and counting here for Final Boss. You got Fear itself going up against Best Man, whiffing a couple times. He is going to be taken down. And then over here on the TD side of things, check who's out. Got the sniper once again. It's Tots for Triggers Now.
Now Tots has really stepped up this tournament as a main slayer almost in the same sense because he's making the plays that are dictating if his team wins or not.
Yeah, the big thing with TD that I've noticed is that no matter how well one or two of the players seem to be playing, every game somebody has a rough game. If they can balance out their play a little bit and spread the load, I think they could do well here. You see right now, it seems like they're sharing the load, they're moving things around a little bit, and they're benefiting from it. They're up here by over a minute. If they keep this up, they'll be in a good place.
Ogre 2 grabbing the sniper, going down low. You are watching Hysteria set up in blue room. 108 to 30 seconds here. Triggers Down with the lead. They need this game to stay alive. Final Boss one game away from taking home back-to-back championships. Fear itself was going for that camo. He's going to be stopped short, and Ogre 2 missed the camo player here for Triggers Down. A nice double kill from Best Man, taking down Ogre 2. Now he's got the camo to work with. You're going to see TD make an aggressive push here on the snipe tower.
Yeah, but they need to make sure that they know that Ogre 2 is going to be spawning in gold because they killed him at green, so they have to be careful getting this ball to green.
And Best Man is really bummed that Neighbor wasn't able to pick up the kill top snipe. He was going to run it straight to snipe 2, and they would have had a snipe tower set up here for TD. But Pistola staying alive there. Once again, Pistola really the difference maker here in this matchup.
And that's what he's looking to do. Pistola has always been the thorn in every team's side because he's so sneaky and he's so hard to kill.
And guys, we've been talking for a while. I think we should listen in for a bit. I want to hear what Triggers Down is saying because whatever they're talking about, it's working here. They have a 1:15 and counting to 45 seconds. They're putting Final Boss in their place in this game type.
Shot us 3. Keep holding it. Underglass. Shot us 3. Underglass and lifted camo. This is one down. Top gold. Underglass one hit. One shot, that's one hit. Top camo. One shot. One shot camo. And still over there? You're the only guy over there. Alright. There's last two. Nice shot, man. That's not bad. Nice. I got an I shot you once. I'm coming out. Ball. They got ball. They got ball going gold. You guys are going. You got low push. I'm pushing it. We have a low push. We have a low push. I'm gold league. I'm pushing it now. I'm pushing it. Stay alive. Might have got his shield back. Two balls. I don't stay alive. Bottom of 2 of them. Jump down. Alright, got him gold now. Engage him side. He doesn't know you're there. You want to cage him. You want to cage him. Cage him, top gold. Cage him, top gold down in. Got him gold. Punching you behind you with Mauler, Tom. Mauler on ball. Fuck. Wait, go Snipedown one hit. Let the neighbor go. Snipedown one hit. And he goes front of blue to this guy. That's some ball. Top golden ball. Top golden ball. Last 2. Yep. Give him the play. Gauge him. Gauge him. Gauge him. Gauge him. Coming to you, Lolo. Top side, top side. Nice play, nice play. Dude, camo's up in about 5 seconds. Top side, one shot. Top side, 7. Camo up here. Top gold taming. All right, guys, let's bring this back. Camo's up here. Nice. That's snipe 3. Is he weak? No. Shoot it, Tom in. That's 3.
Oh! And we're coming back in from our Astro. Listen in as Scott gets excited.
I'm sorry, I can't help but go crazy with that play. That was insane.
But that's the type of stuff we're used to seeing from Hysteria in the past.